We're going to go and listen to some Harvey Danger from, the song was called Flagpole Sitter, but there's a story behind this, and I love this record. I didn't hear it as a single in the charts. I heard it from a movie soundtrack with Katie Holmes in it. I can't remember what the movie was. And then also at the same time, there was another music video with Katie Holmes in it from a band that I still like today, and we'll get to them later. I'm going to we'll react to them again or flashback to them. And this is Harvey Danger with Flagpole Sitter. And if you hit the 90s, late 90s, and you will listen to Seattle sound, then you'll know this song 100%. The opening's a tremendous opening. And there was I meant to link, I was watching a video on these guys the other day. This is why I came to this song. And it's a channel, I will find it. And if I will remember to link them in, because they really give a great breakdown of Harvey Danger and sort of the 20 years of this song and the misunderstanding, not knowing the band, not understanding the record, the audience, and all those things. And it was really cool. It's 10 minutes long, and I'll have to find it. I knew a little bit because obviously I was from that time, but there's a whole dimension of this song which was missed by the 15-year-olds at the time, and you can hear it in the song because this is from the No Sleep Records, which is an official video, which I think is the only video Harvey Danger approved. They didn't approve the first video that got put out when the song was in its pomp because it just looked weary and had nothing to do with the whole the point of the record. This is there's a whole story behind this band, and it's quite interesting. Yeah, because they would have been out at the same time as Nirvana and all those, and Mudhoney, who I've covered on the channel, Mudhoney. Thanks, Dan. So let's get into this a bit more because lyrically it's so cool and so filled with actual. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. 'Cause I'm things you didn't own a TV, and I'll share something here. For 2 years I wouldn't have a TV in my what we call the living room in my house. If somebody was coming around say to see me or catch up before we were somewhere, I'd take the TV out because I'd tell them you were coming to talk to me, not to watch the television. If we were watching a movie, fine, it was movie night. Same with the kind of girlfriend I had at the time. I'd take the TV out of the room at times, not in a sort of, oh my God, he's the devil. I just think TV gets in the way sometimes and informs. So this kind of, it resonates a little bit with me at that time because TV was getting on my nerves. Still does, to be fair. I don't watch what we call terrestrial television in the UK. And I watch very little cable, but here we go, just love movies. And I never talk about movies on the channel. And I should, but there's so many channels doing movies. And sometimes I just think that's not possible for you not to have seen that movie. And then you're doing this first time watch. No disrespect to anyone out there, but it's like the records. Anyway, shut up, Alan. They cut off my legs, now I'm an amputee. Damn you. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. And I'm so hot, 'cause I'm in hell. I'm not sick, but I'm not that brings back still a great song today. I think that would stand up today. Does stand up today. And I've added them. I've just went on my Tidal and put them in because I have Plex, so it has Tidal on it, which is great. So I can listen to their whole discography because there's more than one album. This is their first album. And one of the things they've said in the articles, and I've got to find the channel where I was learning all this and give them a huge shout out. It'll be in my history, so I'll tag it. And they really were talking about how the band got together. They were all working in different publications, all studying at sort of Washington State Uni and living in Seattle. And whilst they got together, they didn't really play music. So they learned to play together, covering songs. So they must have had some musical talent. I'm not sure about that sort of, that origin story about them having no musical ability. I'm not sure about that. And then they start covering things like Nirvana and Mudhoney and stuff. But when they started writing a song, they brought the singer in, the drummer in, and the lead singer came up with this, and they put it out to the record companies, and it was all. And they said they were in 6 months they were played more than they should ever have been played with one song. And when they went to tour, their audience was, like I said, 15-year-olds who'd had their tongue pierced. The whole point of the song was about the dichotomy, the crushing pressure of what they felt from in that music scene, being possessed by the corporate world and the commodification. You know, you can see it. Everyone's like trying to look voguish and cool, which is, you know, Vogue, Madonna, whatever. And it is just that. And it's got the innuendos there of rugging up the flagpole and sea. It's the agony and the irony, the whole real intensity, the excitement of getting into the music scene, but then the music scene taking over you because you want to put you in boxes and say, sell this, get your tongue pierced, and all those things. They were misunderstood. And they were never a grunge band. That's what they said. Never. But they came out with that Seattle sound. But this is just a great song, and I heard it from a movie track, which I like to go back to, which I'm going to do. There's some great songs. I've put another one up, which you should have seen by now, with Star Sailor, which came from Bones, but Star Sailor were a great band. And I'll do some more and link them to where you were at the time and link them to where I was. But what a great song, Harvey Danger. They said they should have called it I'm Not Sick, But I'm Not Well, rather than Flagpole Sitter. Too ironic for people. The nuance was missed. And missed on me, by the way. I'll put the link in for the channel. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Till next time, take care.